All right, here we are back. Another week. Your host Mathias here, along with one boy today.
John.
So we finally got a lot of news that we've been waiting for a while. Should we just jump into Sunday's preview and get that out of the way? Because going by that, we finally got some Dark Angel news. You know, them finally coming out.
Heck yeah. I'm hyped.
With like no build up whatsoever. They're just like, and Dark Angels pre-order next week or this week, and there you go. No lead into stories or anything. So it's kind of weird, but there we go. We got news that Dark Angels are finally coming out on the let's see, pre-orders is this 30th, so they'll probably be out on the 6th.
I think it's a
Is it 2 weeks
of delays. Yeah, no, it's a 1 week pre-order. So
okay.
Pre-order this weekend and release the next.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's what we expected.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get 3 armies next month, but it just means we're one step closer to finally getting my Dark Eldar.
That's true.
The art looks nice. I like the art.
Yeah, actually, I really like this cover art. The guy with the hood just walking forward with his plasma pistol. Thankfully, we do sell this model, or they do sell this model.
I'm liking it. I'm liking how they're not going the lazy route of 9th edition, where they just took 8th edition and put a border around it.
Yes, it's so minor, but I absolutely agree. I think it is a great idea to use new art. Kind of mark, hey guys, new codex, new art, new edition, let's go.
Yeah.
Not a fan of the recycled arts from before. Some of them were cool, but you just kind of get tired after like 2 or 3 editions of the same art piece kind of thing.
Yeah. It's just easy to distinguish because I remember mixing up my 8th and 9th edition Tau book, and that was unfortunate when I brought it. But then, you know, in addition, we got the Dark Angels data cards. We also got the announcement of the Combat Patrol box.
This is probably my favorite Combat Patrol. I mean, yes, even if I didn't play Dark Angels, it is Space Marines. It has a really cool, powerful unit right now, which are the Inceptors and the Redemptor. You got Intercessors. You can always use more Intercessors, and you got a Chaplain. Chaplains are the weakest unit in this box, but Chaplains are. I mean, that's just in comparison with the rest of the kit of the box. I mean, so this is great. If you play Space Marines and you just picked up Indominus, or you want to add something, this is a great buy. Pick this up now and trade me the Dark Angels upgrade sprue if you don't want it. But this is great. Probably the best Combat Patrol they have released so far.
Well, now that you just said that, it's probably going to go out of stock as soon as it hits the shelf or the store.
Wow. Well, absolutely.
Seeing how the current situation has been.
Mm-hmm.
I like that Primaris Chaplain, though. It's always been a cool model.
Yeah.
We're also finally getting Storm Speeders.
Yeah.
It's about time. It only took them, what, 4 months?
4 months.
Was it? No, because they came out in September, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been about 4 months. Since it'll be out in February.
I'm not picking one up, but it's cool that it's there.
I agree with you. I wouldn't be picking one up either. But it's about time that these models finally hit the table.
Right. Speaking of stuff I'm picking up, Blade Guard, instantly getting 2 boxes of those.
I just bought Indominus Blade Guard because I had no idea when these guys were going to come out, and the next day, these guys got announced. And I was like, damn it. Oh, well.
That's fine. Could always use more Blade Guard, especially if you play Black Templars.
Yeah, I think 6 is enough. But finally, multi-kit Blade Guard are finally coming out as well.
Yeah.
Now you can start kitting them out a little bit better. And
well, it's it's the same loadout. These guys have no options except for the pistols, which I think are a waste of points. But having different poses would be great because I already have 6, and having 2 units of 12 or 2 units of 6 with different poses for each unit would be great.
Very distinguished.
Yeah.
And then we got everyone's favorite hot unit here, the Eradicators.
Eradicators. Also picking one of these up just for the multi-meltas.
I too also ordered another 3 of these in the Indominus set, so unlucky, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool unit. If you don't have some, it's great that they're available by themselves.
Yes, I'm just happy that they're finally hitting the board or the shelves.
Yeah.
Next, we got the Cychronomancer.
Psychomancer.
A cool model, I like.
Really cool model for sure. Very unique. The whole like levitating and the whole hologram thing.
Digital skull.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think this guy's playable. He's not bad. He's just useful, from what I heard.
And whatever, I put him on the board, regardless of what he's supposed to be. You can totally say that's a Chronomancer or any kind of the Cryptex actually.
Right.
No one's really gonna know.
Or care, hopefully.
Yeah. And then we got the Dire Chasm news. So we got
I am buying a lot of things this week. Yep, picking this up for Warcry for sure.
Got the Slaves of Darkness finally getting released this Saturday.
So cool.
Or for pre-order.
Gosh, that's cool.
And that's pretty much it in terms of model wise.
Mm-hmm. Blood Bowl is getting Forge World models. If you guys care.
No, we do not care about Blood Bowl. I don't like any of the models. I don't like how they look at all. But that's that. Well, it sounds like you're very excited for this. Unfortunately, none of this stuff I care about picking up.
Because, lots of spending for me. Definitely getting the Codex or supplement, the 2 boxes of Blade Guard, some Eradicators, and the Dark Chasm peoples.
I'll have to wait for next week on my news on what I'm gonna get. Hopefully. Hopefully we get back to it. Just hope.
That'd be great.
All right. And then also last week we had the Saturday preview where we gave our predictions, and now let's see how right we were. So the Dead and Divine. I was unfortunate enough to actually wake up early enough to watch this.
Me too.
Because
better than the last time I woke up for this.
Same. Because last time I did it, it was for Blood Bowl, and that was the most disappointing thing I could ever think of. But yeah, here we go. So the first thing they showed off. Well, the first thing they showed off was this Sisters of Battle. New baby carrier kind of looking thing. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, it's unclear if it's supposed to be a dreadnought or like a Centurion unit. But I mean, good for them. This is cool. If you play Sisters, this is great.
I mean, you get new models, and they hinted out that there is possibly more models on the way as well.
Yeah, looks like Sisters are already getting another wave. Probably a testament to how successful this release was.
So, I mean, they didn't go into much detail here, but I assume that's a Melta gun on its arm right there.
Looks like a multi-Melta, some guns on the shoulders, power sword. I think there's a variant with missiles, a heavy bolter, and a maul.
So you got your Primaris Sisters right here. Just running up the board in their goofy little armor. Sorry, it looks so weird.
It is on the more weird end, I would say. I think I saw a mock-up where they put the penitent engine like sarcophagus on it and removed the remote control arms, and it looked pretty cool. But I do like it's a different design. I mean, the Dread Knight exists, and that's the only kind of other walker thing where it's this design where like the person is exposed, you see their arms and all that kind of thing.
You know what was
It
my
fits
first
their
thought?
aesthetic. What's up?
You know what my first thought was?
What?
My first thought was when this thing got released, I'm like, this is War Machine.
It's
This is a this is a freaking
a warjack.
it's a Warjack right here.
Ah, that was a fun game.
It was. I'm sorry to cut you off there, but I just had to get
No,
that
you're
out.
right. You're right. You're right.
I was like, damn, I missed that game.
If I played Sisters, I would be excited for this, but unfortunately, I just don't care about that army personally. So
Well, I look forward to seeing them get something a little less goofy, in my opinion.
yeah,
But
fair.
like I said, they hinted that there's more to come for this army, so we'll see what they get. If I had to guess, it would just be the variant. It would just be the variants like you discussed of this. I don't
Yeah.
think they're gonna get anything really new. Oh, we shall see. Next thing they showed off was a Kill Team Pariah Nexus,
This. Go ahead.
where you're finally gonna get your Primaris Captain with a heavy bolt gun, your heavy intercessors, the which cryptech is this? The Chronomancer, and plastic flayed ones.
So
And
this box set sucks, in my opinion.
really, okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
really didn't like this.
I mean,
box
I
set.
agree with you, but why? Why do you think this box set
So
sucks?
several reasons. First off, this box set has a lot of units that people want, like heavy intercessors, the chronomancer, flayed ones. I think only the captain is not really desired, even though it's the only way to get a Gravis captain at the moment because it's out of print. But yeah, they're all trapped in this box, which means it's probably going to sell out instantly, and but from people who don't care about Kill Team, right? And if you care about Kill Team, first off, this is incredible. Like you have 5 heavy intercessors versus 5 flayed ones. Like, who thought that was a balanced idea? Like, if you're playing Kill Team, and it's like, hey, now here's like my 3 wound toughness 5 models versus your 1 wound strength 4 models that can reroll wounds of 1. Yay!
Yeah, but you don't know. It could have
um,
that feel no pain. Just ignore the wound.
I know, right? Maybe if they had 10 flayed ones, that would be cool, or like flayed ones in Warriors or something. But there's that. Incredibly disappointed that it is not a new edition of Kill Team. Kill Team at the moment is very clunky and requires too many books and has too many things and kind of doesn't know what it wants to be. And I wish they would just launch a new edition of Kill Team that would consolidate all the rules and simplify. Because right now, I will say, a game of Kill Team takes about as long as a 1,000-point game of 40k, just because of how complex everything is in that game. And there's so much changes coming to the game in terms of profiles. For instance, it says yes, it'll have the rules to use the models from Indominus box set against a Kill Team. Cool, right? But hey, what about all those dudes that, like, all those Space Marines that got 2 wounds? Like, because they still have 1 wound in Kill Team. Necrons are still the same. Like, are you able to use like, what's it called? Like, yeah, there's Ghost Reapers, but what about like, Destroyer's gonna be there? Um, the new Necron commanders, is that gonna be a thing?
Well, I would assume
Like,
everything would be in this Pariah book updated
but
for
it's
Space Marines slash
but it just says
Necrons.
Indominus box set, right? Now I do wish it would have everything, but that's a lot of things. Like you have the entire Chaos Marine range, a Death Guard range, all the baby, the firstborn having 2 wounds, kind of thing.
Oh, I wasn't talking about them, but I mean, I understand what you mean. I was just talking about
Right, right.
I was just talking about the people in this book. So you have all the Necron stuff that's legal for Kill Team and all that
Oh
Primaris
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. But there's also a lot of new stuff.
Oh yeah, I know.
Unfortunately, so that's kind of annoying. So disappointed in this for sure. I mean, yay, you get heavy intercessors and flayed ones. Like, I'm probably gonna pick this up just because I want heavy intercessors. And Gravis Captain's cool, but my gosh, like, really wish it was just a new edition, honestly.
Yeah. My disappointment being that it's definitely gonna be this box set first before any of these models get sold separately.
Yep.
Uh, I already have my disdain for Kill Team. I like it in terms of, easy to get my friends into it. Because, they only need a box or whatever. If you're only playing, like, the base game and you don't include elites and commanders and all that.
Right.
Perfectly fine. Whatever. But the fact that it's not a new edition, that really was disappointing because, unfortunately, ever since we've entered this new edition, there's a lot of changes that needs to be addressed. And honestly, this is probably gonna be like what, $120?
Probably 120, like at least 100.
I mean, how much were? I never bought the. No, I
Well,
bought the other one.
the other ones were like 150, but it came with a lot of terrain.
Yeah, I'm looking at this terrain and it's just like it says 48 Necron terrain, and I'm looking at the board that it's on. I'm like,
Yeah, it's just boxes and stuff, which is, I mean,
this looks
it's cool,
cheap.
right? But it's like, it's just this could have saved Kill Team from itself, but it's just I think it's just like not even a shot on the arm. It's just like more life support for Kill Team.
Well, I disagree with you on it that it looks cool. I think this looks kind of cheap. The terrain.
Well, it depends on the price, right? Like if you sold this as an arena board for like $40, that's fine. Because I think arena having more maps would be cool. But like if the way I agree, the way they present it, it's like, oh, a lot of terrain. Well, not really. It's just a bunch of crates and stuff,
Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm just it is bad.
Yeah.
And all the competitive people are gonna just buy as many boxes as possible just to get the heavy intercessors. And
yeah, I guarantee like 90% of the people buying this do not care about Kill Team.
Yeah, they just finally want the model representation of what they can't have.
Anyway.
Yeah, and it's sad. This could have been a good box set. This could have been an interesting box set, in my opinion.
I mean, if it was the same stuff, but it's a new edition, all right. Not then at least it's a new edition. Still disappointed that it's 5 flayed ones versus freaking 5 heavy intercessors, but
yeah, this isn't even a a fair match.
It's so not fair. Like, what the heck,
Yeah, this is bad.
Like, they're not gene stealers. Like, blade ones don't really tear through armor, kind of thing. So, I don't know, man.
Very weird box. Blade one claws don't give them +1 strength, do they?
Even if they do, it's like, okay, you have like 3 attacks against strength 5, toughness 5. Sorry, toughness 5, 3 wound marines.
Yeah,
AP -1. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen. I don't even think whatever the Chronomaster can get him won't even be helpful.
Yeah.
I don't even think he'll be able to bring anyone back to life. Don't know. We'd have to wait until we actually get the rules, but
right. That weird box. End of the day.
I definitely would not be picking this up, just because it's the only model I care about in here would be the Chronomancer.
I'm grabbing it for the heavy intercessors and the Gravis Captain. Those are cool models. If the price is right, I can see myself picking this up and then trading the Necrons for more Marines or something. So not a total loss for me, but it's like, wow, like just a weird box. Just a really weird box.
Pretty disappointing. But let's move on. No, this is something you'd like. You got your Titan reveal finally.
Yes, this is it's not an Imperator, so I was wrong, but it is a new big Titan, and I love this. This is great. It looks kind of weird, I would say.
The War Master Titan.
Yeah, the War Master Titan. This is completely new in the sense of like we haven't seen a model for this ever. It did exist in the lore. There's like really old artwork for it for Epic and the old Adeptus Titanicus and whatnot, but this is great. Like it's a new release for this game. Giant Robot, for sure gonna buy this. Listeners already know, or people who know me, I love AT. It's one of my favorite games, my favorite Warhammer games. So definitely grabbing this.
I got no comment other than How big is this gonna be?
Probably a little shorter than the Knight, Imperial Knight.
Okay, so it is gonna be Imperial Knights. Well, I mean shorter, but basically Imperial Knight size.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn, that's a lot of plastic.
It's a lot of plastic. Probably gonna be $200, but or probably gonna be like 190 or something. But you know what? It's AT. You'll need like one of it, honestly.
Just import it in. That'll be another knight you can put into your army.
There you go. I do not think this is getting a 40k model. Way too big.
I doubt it.
Way too big.
I doubt it. It wouldn't last long on the Forge World store.
No, it would just collapse on itself.
It'd be a lot of sad gamers when it falls. You also got another book, The Lost Loyalist Legios.
This is interesting because it's no longer a campaign book with like splattering of different kinds of rules like chapter attack or legio rules, missions and all that. It's just like here's like a kind of codex for loyalist legios. I want to point out I like the design of the artwork of the War Master. I like the head and the guns on its shoulders way more than the model they showed. Side note. But I mean, it's cool. I play Trader Legio, so I'm not getting no reason for me to pick this up. But I'm gonna wait for the Trader, the Trader Legio's book for sure. But this is cool. I mean, AT I feel is a great game because it's like enough for people to care about, but not like a splattering of just like here's a release every 2 weeks. It's just it's a fun game for like the people who like it love it, and the people who don't care don't mind it exists. It's not really like taking resources that can be done on other things kind of thing. I am biased because I love this game, but I've never met anyone who said that this is a waste of time. Unlike some other, in my opinion, some other Games Workshop produces.
Yeah, it's its own little thing. It's just what is 40k, which is a Titan game, right?
Yep.
And here you go.
Exactly.
Here's a Titan game, just scaled down a little bit.
Yep.
Okay, and then Age of Sigmar. Um, we got this elf guy. This elf fox character.
Spirit. Yep. Not an elf for sure.
It's worth the high elves. And I know last week when we were talking about the preview, it had the image below underneath it, so we didn't bring it up because I didn't have that. I didn't have it up. But there we go. We got him. I don't know. I don't know what to say to this.
Okay, I like this model. It's really weird, but I like this model because it reminds me why Age of Sigmar exists, so they can just make the most random, weird, cool stuff. And yeah, I like no, even the people who don't like this, none of them, or the people. First of all, you have to like Age of Sigmar because if you're like an old world diehard, of course everything's gonna suck. But Age of Sigmar fans, like none of them say this is out of place. Like this makes sense. Like in Age of Sigmar, I mean, we have like Caradrons, Deepkin, um, Bone Reapers, stuff like what after that stuff comes out. This seems normal, like cool, like giant fox archer spirit
I don't
of the
know.
wind.
Maybe because I'm in such the old world kind of thing. I
Yeah,
feel like
that's
this.
gone
I feel like this should be like a wood elf kind of model, right? Not a high
Oh,
elf kind of thing.
in terms of faction thing, that's fair. But I do think they're just shying away from like this is what high elves are kind of thing. I think with Lumineth, this kind of them pushing this makes them more unique because before they were just cow elves. Now it's like, oh, there's more like elements and like more kinds of animal themes they can draw from. Like you have this fox. There was the kangaroos previewed last time, and if you watch the video, there's more units kind of being shown. So it is interesting that this is like Lumineth did feel like a very bare bones release when it came out, and I think this is good that it makes it feel more like a proper Age of Sigmar faction. Now, proper faction being like like tiny compared to a 40k faction, but still like now with this release, I think Lumineth feels like a full release, like Age of Sigmar version of full. So that's cool.
Yeah, well, I must preface that I haven't read really any lore of AOS, so I don't know much about the Lumineth. So if it fits with their theme now, then it's good, but it just seems weird since I just know them as high elves.
Yeah, that I was reading some of their lore. They're really not high elves anymore. I think a big part of their lore is that so when they enter the realm of Light Hish, they try to colonize it, build cities and all that, exterminate the wildlife. But they realize that the wildlife is really powerful because the magic in that realm is super powerful. So they end up trying to make friends with the realm instead of kind of conquering it.
Mm.
So that's why they implement a lot of these like goat, like the cow cults and like the wind fox cults in here. A lot of I think from a design perspective, we're really implementing a lot of animal themes to high elves, which I agree it kind of fits the wood elf theme, but I think wood elves are just more like tree spirits with Sylvaneth, and I think they're doing the whole animal nature thing, even well the more like elemental animal thing with the Lumineth. So it is very different from high elves for sure. And again, going back to Age of Sigmar as a whole, like it's a departure from typical fantasy tropes and themes, and I think that's a good thing. Now, am I gonna get this army? No, not my thing. Right.
Yeah,
I don't think I can ever see myself owning this model, but I like the direction it's going. I think this is cool. If you're a Lumineth fan, this is great. I think this is good for the game. End of the day.
okay. Well, we also got another Broken Realms book. We got Techless.
Yeah, I got Gathering Storm on Age of Sigmar Gathering Storm tech list. Some more rules for Bone Reapers, which is cool because it's my main army.
No.
I still don't like campaign books having rules for stuff, personally.
Let's see. I didn't even look at this. So we got Cities of Sigmar, Maggiekin, Flesh Eater Courts, and the Bone Reapers. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like the whole campaign books having special rules in it because I don't like bringing more than my main book and a rule book to the game. But
Yeah. Same here.
you know, it's either that or you wait 5 years for your book to get updated again.
Speaking of your book getting updated again, Daughters of Cain getting a new codex.
Daughters of Cain. I
Yeah,
still gotta
that's
put
good.
together all those snakes.
But hey, there's a battle tome now.
Yeah, well, not a release date yet, right?
No, sometime this year. It's probably might be a ways off.
Yeah. Well, I'll be excited. Hopefully, I'll have all my snakes up and running. We shall see. I really like the endless spell, the snake one in particular. No
I
idea
like
what they do, but
these are cool because they're unique. All of the endless spells, I feel like it's just like not very special. But these are cool. Like I like the blood theme going. I like the snake being like all bloody. That's really cool. I would say. Or like it's the bloody hand of Cain. That's dope. It's like swords with blood. This is great. I mean, endless spells are cool.
yeah, I don't usually run endless spells, but I'd consider it with this.
Also, endless spells as an Age, thing being an Age of Sigmar player. I feel endless spells is a facet of Age of Sigmar game design that just was really weird when that came out, but now feels more thought out.
Well,
Like,
it's been a while since I played, but is it still random on who gets to control your endless
so,
spell?
so that's actually what I'm referring to is that the newer endless spells, like the Bone Reaper's endless spells, are controlled by your faction only. They're not as powerful as the wild ones, but they at least won't kill you, kind of thing.
Screw you
Um,
over.
Yeah, so I think this is like it's great for Daughters of Cain players, like you, Matt, that you're getting this now because they probably have thought out how this spell should work now with having been out for like 3 years now. So this should be fun and
Good.
not random and weird like the original ones.
Well, then all good. I'll be sure to pick these up because I'm sure they'll be utter garbage, but I want to have a magical snake on the board. I'm just saying.
I don't know, man. This when Skaven and the spells came out, it kind of broke the meta for a bit.
Well,
So
like you
who
said,
knows?
it's been a little bit more thought out, so
Exactly. And Morathi can cast endless spells, so
I'm hyped. I'm hyped for it.
yeah.
And moving on to other hype, we got the Dire Chasm vampires, which we did predict was going to be a thing.
Yes, we did.
That vampire lord that we saw last week is not in here, but
That's
nonetheless, these are
that's
still
also
cool models.
so actually I do like that it's not because that means that Soulblight confirmed is really getting its own faction in Battletome. Whatever the Soulblight Dread Lords or something like great. So having an Underworlds team, also again like I'm a total shell for Underworlds models. Like I haven't played that game in like 2 years now. Whatever, like these are great. Like this is a cool vampire. It's a cool blood dragon vampire. I was like this is cool like man-fed looking guy with a mace, and there's the wing like wing vampire way. He's whatever. But like these are sick. Even the guys whatever like that's a great like vampire character. I mean honestly like all the Underworlds models are just straight up perfect D&D models. Like they're so cool. These are so cool, and they're gonna be $30 for all four. Like, yes, please. And you
Yeah,
get to play Underworld with them if you care. So
I agree. I was excited because I mean we knew it was gonna be a vampire theme for Underworld that they were gonna release March, I believe,
yes,
because Lizardmen are February. So I'm
yes,
happy to see these. I like them. I'd pick them up. I don't play not Warcry. I don't play Underworld because I don't like the card system. But I'd include these in my army. Just a nice little faction to have running around. They probably suck, but they'll look nice.
hey man, some of these could be cool. Like they'd be cool. Incubi, not Incubi, Archons.
Oh, dude, I was looking at that. I was looking at the female there. I'm like, that could be a
The great Archon.
succubus right
Or
there.
succubus. Yeah, oh, that's true. Yeah, it's a cool succubus.
Uh, armor vampire archon.
Yep.
The other two are whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure you
I'm
could do something for them, but
I'm sure if I converted them, they'll be cool. I mean, the armor on the guy with the mace is pretty archon-y.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they're more green, that would be Dark Eldar armor. You know?
So I'm happy with that. Excited.
Yeah.
Don't know if it'll be a day one purchase, but I look forward to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mystery event, which
Which
I don't think anyone really cared
no,
about.
I predicted this, so I'm pretty happy that this I got it right.
Cursed
Um,
City. It is
Warhammer
Warhammer
Quest.
Quest, where
This is
we got
how,
the vampire hunter, monster hunter person.
yep. This is freaking cool. um, Warhammer Quest, like I'm gonna echo what I was talking about in the Age of Sigmar game, and the spells being more thought out now. I think Warhammer Quest is the same, having it's gonna be the fourth Warhammer Quest release since they redid Warhammer Quest, with Silver Tower, and I'm gonna hope and I'm gonna say that they have learned game design stuff, good feedback from the player base. The 10 people who play Warhammer Quest. Jokes aside, it's a great they're great games, but I can see this being more thought out, being gameplay being more fun, and it's a cool theme. Haunted city with like horrible creatures. Like that, who doesn't like if you're into dungeon crawling, like who doesn't like a cursed city with undead and like witch hunters and like the grimdark. It's very old worldy. Honestly, if you told me this was set in Warhammer Fantasy, I would not. I would believe you, but it is Age of Sigmar, but it is very very gothic horror kind of vibe. I mean, just watch the video. It's very again very gothic. And the model is just echo like these guys could be in Warhammer Fantasy. Actually, a lot of the old world groups on Facebook and the forums are like, put this guy on like a 25 mil and he's a witch hunter for Empire. So
Oh, I'm not gonna
super
lie.
excited about this.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of interested in it. I mean, they seem to have more faith in Warhammer Quest than they do Blackstone Fortress, so just because it's probably a lot better system. I've never played Warhammer Quest. I have played Blackstone. Not, I think I broke the game. So
Warhammer Quest was cool. The only thing that was whatever with it for me was that it was the first one was set in like a Tzeentchian fortress, so it was kind of weird. Labyrinthine hallways, kind of crystal bright theme.
Mm-hmm.
It's still horrible because you're fighting like Zangors and horrors and stuff, but like, the second one was more of a city. The only problem with the second Warhammer Quest was there was no new models. It just recycled old models. But
Mm-hmm.
it was fine. But this one, has again great atmosphere, great setting, really cool models, and they're all new. So this is probably a day one for me. This is something that, like, hopefully I'll be satisfied with some army projects when this is out and just have the time to just paint up the set.
Well, they've only revealed 2 models though, so there could be a lot more coming.
Oh, exactly. And Warhammer Quest usually has a ton of models. The
Well,
first one, all new models. So
well, we can only hope that they have new models and not just rerun models.
yeah, I will say the theme it's going for, which is zombies. I don't think they'll be using the old zombie models because these are just kind of really old. So I'm if I was a betting man, I would bet that this box set will have all new models.
Well, we can only hope.
Yeah.
So that's that. Uh, what would you give this Saturday preview? You know,
Um,
was it?
Sisters thing was cute. Like jokes aside, like again, like when I say cute, I mean if you care about this, it's great. I just don't care about this army, so whatever. Kill Team incredibly disappointing. Titanicus, 10 out of 10. Lumineth, great. Don't like campaign books, whatever. Daughters of King, any new book, they need it, so cool. Darkchasm, amazing. Curse City, amazing. I think like Titanicus, Dark Underworlds, and Curse City really like made this very very enjoyable for me. I think this is a great preview for those alone. Incredibly disappointed in Kill Team, but at least there's heavy intercessors finally. But yeah, I was happy with it. I wish that I wish that the announcement was not Warhammer Quest because whatever, right? Like I'd rather they announce like a new special, like they announce like BFG or something. But I mean, I'm excited about this Warhammer Quest thing. So overall, I'm very pleased.
Yeah,
So
I'm pretty excited, pretty happy for it. But unfortunately, I'm not happy for the stuff that I like. Right? 40K is whatever. I don't play
yeah,
Sisters.
yeah,
It's cool to see Sisters getting more models, more love, or whatever. Kill Team, I don't care about. Adeptus Mechanic or Adeptus Titanicus, I don't care about because I don't play the game and I have no intention of ever playing the game. Sigmar, uh, cut out the high elf stuff. Daughters of Cain, I'm happy. Cool. Underworlds, cool. I like the models. And Warhammer Quest, I'm not gonna lie, sparked an interest. I'd consider getting it if I see a little bit more of it because I like dungeon crawls. I like if any of you have ever played a game called Shadows of Brimstone, that's basically my second favorite game under Warhammer. So, and that's all just dungeon crawling. So I'm happy. I'm definitely a lot happier that I watched this than the other preview that I watched. I'd
I
give
will
it.
say I am not a fan of the Twitch style, like because before they would just drop the whole article like 6 a.m. the whole article drops and you just kind of read through it. I prefer that than Twitch, but I guess it's working for them. I don't know. But like, remember the days when we would be at the Warhammer store and like, it would be like a 7 p.m. or like a 6 p.m. preview, and like we would all gather around the order tablet and just look at Warhammer community and just get hyped about the reveals. Like those were fun times.
Yeah, the Twitch format is. I mean, no knock on the guys, but I don't care about you. I
Yeah,
just want to see the models.
I mean they're fine. Like they talked about them. Very careful not to reveal anything that isn't just on the article, but yeah, that's their job. So, but yeah, I agree. Like I prefer just show the models. Um,
Yeah, I'd rather have it just be a, like you said, just a dump of information all at once than having to wait an hour as they just go over stuff. It's,
yeah.
it's But luckily for us, who don't want to wake up at 5:45 in the morning to watch it, we can just get that dump as soon as we wake up. Because I highly doubt any of us are waking up that early normally on a Saturday.
Mm.
But yeah, that was that. That was a good preview. Both previews were good. I'm happy for both. A lot of
Yep.
stuff coming for pre-order this weekend. A lot of stuff that should have been for pre-order. And stuff to come. So, did you do anything fun this last week?
Lots of Star Wars Legion, lots of hobbying for Star Wars Legion, gaming. Really getting back into that game because of new releases and all that. So yeah, not really a lot of Warhammer hobbying. I kind of feel like 40k. Our group has kind of shied away from 40k just because a lack of new content, and we're just kind of tired of playing against Space Marines, and like other factions just feel gimp because their codex is outdated. Even if they're good, they're just not very interesting compared to like playing like Space Marines. I mean, Death Guard just came out, which is cool, so we have one Death Guard player, but I feel like the whole group as a whole has kind of gotten, bored of 40k for now. I mean, we haven't sold anything where, once stuff starts rolling out again, I'm sure we'll come back in full force. But right now we're kind of playing other things. But
Yeah, well,
I hope we'll see with the new stuff coming. I mean, with the slow releases, like releases this year getting cut in half because of Brexit, like that sucks. But I mean, models still coming out, right? So
yeah, that was a shame, honestly. But as soon as this month starts rolling out, hopefully we'll start getting more and more various books instead of supplement books.
yeah,
Unfortunately, I was supposed to play against some Death Guard, but ironically he got sick, so didn't get to play my game. So I painted up my Blade Guard, make them look all nice and
there you
battle
go.
ready.
There you go.
Hoping to get some action in this Wednesday though, but we shall see. Other than that, is there anything you want to announce or say?
Uh, if you guys like the 10 people who play Star Wars Armada, they announced Clone Wars capital ships, which for me like instantly turned my hype from 0 to 100 because I love those Star Wars Clone Wars capital ship designs like the Venator Star Destroyer and the droid Dreadnought. So I suddenly I'm really interested in this game all of a sudden. So yeah, if you guys care about Star Wars fleet battles, check out Armada. I'll be sure to be playing it. I already ordered some starter sets in anticipation for the capital ship releases. So it's John like randomly playing a weird game again. So nothing new there.
I don't think it's random. We all have multiple hobbies, right? We don't all just stick to 40k Age of Sigmar.
That is true.
Even though we primarily talk about Warhammer on this, it's more supposed to be whatever we want to talk about kind of thing. Hobby anywhere. But I don't got anything either. So I think we're just going to call it there. Again, I'll have John's socials in the description. You can always find me. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, whatever. It's all in the description. So catch you guys next time. Goodbye.
Have a good one, everyone.